Anne-Marie here, owner and personal trainer at Inspirational Group and Fitness Training. This week's weekly quick fit tip, it's really simple. Just prepare some healthy meals in advance. Get portion-sized containers, put them in those portion-sized containers and chuck them in the freezer. Really simple, hey? It can even be something you're cooking that night for dinner. Just cook a bigger batch and do the same thing. You don't have to go to any sort of special lengths to try and create something new or anything like that. And basically, this is just if you're having a really hard day. You've had a bad day at work. The kids are annoying you. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone has bad days. You're human. It happens to every single one of us. And usually you're driving home and, guess what? I've got to go cook dinner. Oh, no. And then you start thinking, well, what could I do that's easier? Oh, I'll go get some takeaway. Okay? We want to stay away from that. So what the plan is if you have healthier food in the freezer and healthy food that you love to eat, and that's the main key that you look forward to eating, that takeaway is not even going to be an option. Okay? You're going to go home, you're going to be like, I've got heated up in 5 minutes in the microwave, and Bob's your uncle, you've got a healthy meal. Okay, so that is why we do this. And if you get into the habit of this, it becomes really simple. So some great recipes I use. Sometimes I do chili con carne, or chili con carne as some people pronounce it. Mine is a Jamie Oliver recipe that I usually do. Really yummy, really tasty. It does take a little while to do though. So sometimes I'll do that if I've got a day off and I'm just hanging around the house and stuff, because it needs time to sort of cook and stew and do its thing. Soups are brilliant, especially in wintertime. A good homemade soup is awesome. Now, the reason we do homemade is because if you try and get the ones that are canned and all that sort of stuff, they're full of a lot of things like sodium and stuff like that. So you want to stay away from all those additives. So pretty much if you make your own, you've put in whatever it is, and there's none of that. So, tomato soup, pumpkin soup. I do a really good, the Jamie Oliver again, tomato soup. And it seriously takes 15 to 20 minutes. People think making homemade soup actually takes a long time, and it really doesn't. It's actually really quick and simple to do. So, and you just keep maybe a roll of bread or something in your freezer with the portion size soups, and then you can heat up the bread at the same time, and then you've got bread and soup, and perfect midweek meal on a winter's night. Absolutely perfect. I've done quinoa and spinach patties. That's from skinnytaste.com. And they're really good. You can make up to, I think it's 14 to 16 the recipe makes up. And so that's quite a few meals. And you just get out how many you want to use that night. And I usually make them up. I don't cook them. I chuck them in the freezer. And then what ends up happening is when I do get them out of the freezer, that's when I cook them on the stove top. So I just sort of defrost and cook them at the same time. So, and that's a really great recipe, and you can do a lot of sort of stuff with that. You can have them with eggs and things like that, or you can even make little hamburgers with it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, and that's pretty much it from me. Have a go this week. Just at least make one meal, and chuck it in the freezer. As I said, make a big batch of it, so you've got quite a few meals. And invest in some portion-sized containers. It's not that expensive, and you'll use them again and again and again. So, until next time, love life, dream big, and become the inspiration.